Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. I'm Ava. We are running a Wyldrvir test run shot. We're doing Crestyl run today, and I'm joined by some wonderful, fabulous people. If you all would like to introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Deck. I am a voice actor and a part-time studio producer.
My name is Casey. I'm that guy. Do a lot of sailing, and I also do a lot of gaming.
I was going to let Tony go first, but I guess not. Hello, I'm Jeff. I write stuff sometimes. I play a lot of tabletop games, and I run a podcast with Casey and Tony.
Yeah. Good job, Casey, shouting us out. I'm Anthony. I'm in the Rerolling Expectations Podcast.
Didn't you get the name right of the podcast? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Easy
That's
plug,
enough.
fire him.
Yeah, that's about it.
I felt like that was Jeff's job. I didn't want to take his throne.
We're all equal parts.
Fine.
This is accurate.
Yeah. I guess we just started
we
then.
already blew it, boys. We already ruined it.
How shameless would it have been if all three of us made a plug on that? I was not doing that. I was not going to that level.
I thought mentioning my VA work was like, oh, I'm plugging. That's rude.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, I'm just Casey. It's cool.
Nah, plug your stuff. You guys do cool things.
No.
We're gonna be like Bob Vance from Vance Refrigeration. I'm Anthony from Reroll Expectations.
If you go to www.com/Amazon, that is my website.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So I guess we'll introduce characters then, if you all have your characters.
Absolutely. I remember.
What's a character?
What's a character? I guess. So tonight I am going to be playing Stump, the orc chef / gatherer. And do you want me to go into backstory at all?
If you want to.
He grew up as a farmer's boy with his family, kind of working with his hands and stuff like that. And one day he found in an old closet a half-burnt cookbook and taught himself how to read. And he slowly began to cook. It led to him kind of traveling around the world using his farming tools to find new ingredients and try new things. And doesn't really read the recipes, just kind of goes with it. So, you see, I'm Stump, just something a little bit similar.
Stump.
Good.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. I am Prelo Markin, a stone eidolon. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. So he is the runt of the family where he comes from, and likely so he got bullied a lot. Not really, but kind of like always picked on. So it caused him to be really resistant to that. So he was like, kind of like, I don't want to say I bit this off of the show, but he kind of reminds me of when I came up with this concept, Naruto Uzumaki. He was this guy who just sucked at everything and he found a way to get way better. So now he's this 4 foot tall little runt guy that calls out everybody and isn't afraid to challenge anybody. And so much that he has a couple tricks up his sleeve. So he goes and travels around the region finding random people to wrestle. And he's a bit of a, man, I'm having a hard time thinking of the word, but when you lead someone on to a challenge and you lie about your competency and then you beat them,
He's a con man?
Not necessarily, but there's another term for it. And I couldn't think
hustler?
of it all. Hustle, yes. I couldn't think of it all day, dude. I don't know why I had a hard time. Like, you're like, yeah, dude, I ain't good at 8-ball at all. And then you just go ahead and sweep him. He's a bit of a hustler. He likes to show people up when he's 4 foot tall, and then he brawls them and pins them. He travels around with chalk in his bag because he likes to wrestle random people who think they're better than him because he grew up being the bottom dweller and now he is just out to show everybody that he's the best.
Amazing.
It's going to be really funny because my character is Zhurtak the Jock. He is an orc who grew up on a farm and therefore got very strong, and he loves to wrestle, and he's very athletic, but he's extremely overconfident. And so he is going to not back down from anything physical. He thinks that he can do it, even if it's jumping across 100-foot gap. He's going to attempt it. So, but he is also very good at farming. He definitely became an expert farmer He's probably going to go to it once his parents retire.
Good.
And I am Greg. Born under a bright sun, Greg the Created was always unsure of why the world soul would pour her essence into Greg's cold, rust-filled chassis. More importantly, Greg did not understand why he was able to communicate and control the bees that made a home inside his chest. Greg has one goal in life, which is to find out what all the buzz is about.
Did you have this prepared?
Oh my god.
Maybe.
I love him.
I set you guys up. I told you.
I'm gonna get-
Oh, wow.
This is gonna happen.
I'm gonna get really well along with him.
Wow, quite the crew we got here.
There's gonna be a lot of squaring up. I'm
There's
already
gonna be a lot.
concerned. There's gonna be a lot of squaring up.
Yep.
We're going to wrestle, boy. We're going to wrestle.
Every time that orc has something smart to say, he's gonna catch these.
No, I don't know. I'm not a fighter.
Well, he's a sweetheart. He's nice to everyone. He just, you know,
mean,
he's
muffins.
competitive and likes to be athletic.
We don't actually have a technical alignment, but he would definitely fall under the guise of chaotic neutral because he just squares up with everybody who thinks they're better than him.
Wow, amazing. This is gonna go great, I can tell.
Absolutely.
It's gonna-
Yeah. So somehow you all sort of found yourselves in each other's company, traveling together with the Travelers Guild. How long do you guys think you've known each other, or been traveling together?
I would probably assume that Greg is the newest of the party, being that he probably was created semi-recently.
I feel like Stump would have very much been sort of the first person to go to the guild to get
Yeah.
money to travel, and definitely made friends with baked goods.
Yes, you've bought
got-
these two strong men with pastries. Very
I've
good.
I've got crumb cake.
Oh,
What
he's
was-
precious.
What was your character's name, Will? Or Anthony? I called you Will. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's funny.
It's a
Zhertok.
crossover.
Zhertok.
Yeah, Jertoc.
That's fresh. I like that.
Zhertok the Jock.
Good.
How obvious it is that he's a jock.
Oh, bro, my picture, he has no shirt on, but he has a championship belt, and he's got tights, and he's ripped.
Okay, we have a problem because if I immediately was in your vicinity, we're squaring up. So
That's right. I'm an
I would
expert
assume you guys
wrestler.
have squared up several times over the past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's say
you
we've
guys
been
have
traveling for like
traveling.
we've been traveling for 2 years. We know each other very well.
my one of my bag items literally is a notebook with a tally mark of losses and wins.
Oh, God.
Oh, I didn't
There's
put
a whole
anything in my
section between you and
backpack.
him.
What's some of the standard stuff I should have in my backpack?
Whatever
Whatever.
you want.
Yeah.
Anything you think would be fun.
It consists of hand wraps,
Within reason,
a
of course.
notebook,
My
literally has
championship
chalk.
belt.
I have chalk so I could draw a circle for wrestling. A large flask and a bedroll. Those are his essentials.
I've
He
got this
squares up for
rock.
meals.
I've got this rock. Stump just has a rock.
I got a luchador mask.
Oh my god. There's definitely gonna have to
Mechanism is all typing.
Okay.
Training sneakers.
I'm gonna have to ask you to roll a d6 to see who has more wins in wrestling.
Okay.
I gotta know.
Well, that's a 6, bud. So
I got a 5. You know what? Let's work it out. We'll go with that.
Yes, your
Fine.
talk has one more win at the moment.
I've also got protein shakes.
Oh my god.
Protein
we're
shake
starting
powder.
off strong.
Goodness sakes.
We've just got a party full of himbos. I love it.
I was gonna use a
I'm
pipsqueak
not,
voice for him, but I
You
don't
see
know.
Moen in show?
Oh, I'm doing a nice southern drawl.
Oh, I don't know where that would
Like he's
lead.
from Tennessee.
I sound like I'm 8 years old.
Oh God.
I hate that.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not very good. That's because I don't like the voice.
Any voice effect stuff we can probably do after the fact.
It's okay. I'm just gonna ride with it. I'll do my own improv.
Cool. Yeah, so you all are making your way through the vast sort of plateau deserts of the land of Oa. You guys have been traveling for quite a bit. probably had a few wrestling matches along the way. And in the distance, you can see a small sort of hut, or not quite a hut, like a small shack, and a large cloud of dust making its way sort of like diagonal between you and the building.
I don't think dust is supposed to move like that. Oh.
Is that big old thing getting bigger or smaller? I can't tell.
Yeah, I've never seen dust like that.
Is it dust?
I say we go look at it.
Okay.
Yes.
You go ahead. I don't.
You all can go look. Does anyone have any sort of observation or like looking for details, any sort of attributes they think would be
I
beneficial?
have never-ending curiosity, which is one of my
That
racial
could-
traits
that
for
could
being a
work.
created.
Sure.
So
I-
it's a D20 and my D6 because my racial ability, correct?
Yes. Yes.
I have Nature's Bounty, which means I can kind of recall information if I've seen something similar to this before.
Sure.
I rolled a
To
23.
be the leader, so I'm in front.
Okay.
I got a 23.
A 23.
Twinsies.
Hey,
Awesome.
twinsies.
Yeah, so both of you sort of look over and you can hear it more than see. The dust cloud, it's moving away, and you can see large bird-like creatures about the size of ostriches, but like heftier, and they are racing across the desert, squeaking and squawking. You recognize these as Crestyls. And chasing after them, you're still quite a distance away. You can see a figure hopelessly sort of trying to chase them, but sort of gives up after a while as these
It's on
birds
the first
race off
one.
into the desert.
I think that person's birds are getting away. We need to go help them. Those are big birds.
Dibs on the first one.
And
And
I
I just
wrestle one to the ground, and I'm gonna
I take off. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm running with
sprinting.
him. I'm running.
Towards-
How
towards
solid
one.
is the ground that we're on?
It's pretty solid. It's like rocky desert.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my items in my backpack. I have shoes with a wheel in the heel of them, and I would like to run as fast as possible and glide.
Jeff, call them Heelys, okay? Like we're all grown.
We all know what those are.
I was trying to skip the branding. I didn't want us to get hit by those
Fair,
those
fair.
hefty fees for copyright
yeah.
infringement. But I want
For
to
a-
fly
for a
on my
defunct
heelys
company.
to try to catch one of these birds.
What he said.
Okay, they are a good distance away. You can make a roll to see if you're able to sort of catch up to them.
Okay, I don't think
Or
any
are
of my
you going
skills
after the
really
birds,
help.
or are you going towards the person?
The person. I'm going. To the
I
person.
think that so Greg has childlike innocence. He doesn't really conceive how a lot of these things work. He just wants it to. He sees someone chasing after him and thinks it's a game. He wants to go after them too.
Good. Okay.
I love
Okay,
Greg.
everybody's chasing these
I love
birds
Greg.
down.
I love Greg.
I rolled at
Full
14.
sprint. I feel very confident that I'm going to get it.
With nothing to help me out. Big 11.
Yep.
11.
I am gonna run to the. Wait, what do we need to roll for that?
If you don't have any attributes, just a straight d20.
All right. I'm running to the humanoid figure we saw.
Okay.
Does my overconfidence attribute help?
Sure. If you really want to chase after these birds, okay.
I'm sprinting as fast as I can.
I'd like to use harness the land.
That's gonna be a 21.
A 21. Okay.
Jesus.
Well, he wrestled him.
We caught up to him.
Rolls are slightly skewed high for Wyldrvir because of dice rolling.
Yeah.
But you do manage to sort of not catch up to them, but you can sort of, because they are really fast, and you can see where they're going. And you don't really have the stamina to keep up with them, but you can see this dust cloud sort of disappear into a nearby canyon as your friends sort of jog to keep up with you. Meanwhile, did Stump, you went to go see the person?
I want to go see the
Yes.
humanoid figure we saw.
Okay, you can see sort of jogging up to your group, you can see a female stone eidolon. She's sort of like wiping her brow, and she's like, "Oh, I knew I should have fixed that fence. It was loose, and I didn't think about it. Hi, I'm sorry. Can I help you?"
Oh, hi, I'm Stump. Were those your Crestils over there?
Yes. My Crestyls. I own a ranch. Back that way. And oh dear, we have a race tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, I used to work on a ranch up in the north. I'd be happy. I could help.
You
Might
could?
be- I don't mind. I've never really dealt with anything that big before, but it might help. I have this frying pan, and I'm pulling out the frying pan.
Are
That's
you gonna
wonderful.
cook one of her birds?
Yep.
I could distract him with it. It's kind of shiny.
Or deflect bullets.
If you all wouldn't mind helping me round them up and return them to me, that would be wonderful. I'd be willing to give you all sort of lodging for the night, if that would be any sort of compensation.
That would be helpful, wouldn't it be? I don't know. Do we have tents? Greg,
Yes.
do we have tents?
I do not have a tent.
I don't have one either. I've got this rock.
Imagine
I
I'm off
love
that
Stump.
distance chasing a bird, or are we like doubling back now?
She sort of like
used
caught
my
up with.
trump card.
Yeah, she sort of caught up with you guys. You can see the Crestyls have sort of disappeared into the mouth of a canyon. And she says if you help round them up, then she'll be able to give you lodgings. And it would be most appreciated.
How would we try and catch them? They're a lot faster than us.
They are a lot faster. They like to cause mischief, clearly. And the canyon's pretty like windy. So they should maybe slow down. They'll slow down eventually if you could just here. And she sort of gives you all some like lassos. These might help. She gives each of you a bit of rope to use as like a lasso. And she says, I think 5 of them managed to escape. The rest should be all right. I should probably go fix the fence now before any others get more bright ideas. I'll be back at the farm that way if you need anything.
Sorry, I don't think I caught your name. What was your name again?
I'm Quartz. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna take my hat off and shake her hand. And
Yes, she happily accepts.
I'm Stump.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Would you like a muffin?
I am
And I'm gonna
Greg.
hold out a muffin.
I would love a muffin. Have one.
Here's a muffin.
Thank you. She eats it.
It went from just a rock to actual baked goods.
He has, yeah. he does. He has a rock too.
He's
All
got
right.
it all.
Well, being the fastest living thing on Wyldrvir, I'm going to go catch one of these. I'm going to keep running. I'm going to get him.
Okay. What was it, Jertalk?
I like
Yeah,
that
they're
sound
talking.
draw.
You bolt off.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I'm
I already
catch
drank
one
the
before
protein
you.
shake today.
Oh, we gotta go. No, we'll be back with the birds, and then I'm gonna run
Thank
off with
you.
It was nice to meet you. And I'm going to follow them.
Cool. Yeah, you all sort of start into this canyon. What do? You don't know. You don't see the birds at the moment.
them.
I
my
would like to
stride
look
is
around
flawless.
and just try to see if I can see any trace of the bird.
Sure.
I do have Harness the Land. Would that be a way to assist me in trying to find clues? Where they might have
Yeah, Harness the Land is more of like an innate magical sort of thing, but you can like maybe use it to like sift through the dirt and see if you can find tracks or something.
I would like to do that.
Can I actually use Harness the Land and try to, in the desert, maybe any kind of like any kind of non-water proliferating plants? Try to see if I can kind of pull them out of the footprints almost, and like where they got trampled, to see like maybe do the roots lead a certain way? Do they go to water? Anything like that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sorry,
I rolled a 17.
soft 20.
Top 20. Okay.
I don't even know if I need to bother. Studs around us.
I got a full max 8 on the Harness of the Lands.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see like you look at the roots of a plant and you can see it's maybe this being a canyon, there is some it's dry at the moment, but there was water that passed through here in the wetter months. It is currently dry.
Oh, I don't think there's any water down there. I think we need to get to them pretty quick, or they're gonna. It's not drown. What's the opposite of drown, Greg?
I don't know, but I could have told you there was no water if you looked. And he just kind of points at this giant dry landscape in front of us, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I'm not paying attention to them. My stride is flawless.
Okay.
So I wanted
Excellent
to
form.
attempt to use this. I classified it as macromancy / transmutation, and the ability for me to alter my body in ways that aren't like too ridiculous, like make my legs longer, my arms longer, or like
Sure.
make myself skinny. So I wanted to use that to make my arms long and kind of like throw myself up to the top of a tree and get a height advantage.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, you're in like a canyon, so you can like climb the wall of the canyon a little bit to see if you can.
So I'm just Stretch Armstrong in and up the side of it now. And do I roll for that? The whatever.
What do
die
you
plus
see
the
with your
20?
eidolon eyes?
Yes. Make a roll with your transmutation ability.
4 on transmutation, 11 on D20.
Okay. So that's like a 15. That with Greg sort of like looking through tracks, you can see like hints of dust clouds further through the canyon. And you can see they've sort of split off. Like there's sort of two clusters.
Got you. So it's like a canyon that, or yeah, like a valley that wise, or
Or
it's big enough that you can have like a lot going on.
It's a like it sort of like weaves and winds its way around. You can see one dust cloud is like more settling, just up a ways, and then you can see more dust getting further away, further down the canyon.
Okay. I want to regroup and in some way that is in character. I don't know how to relay that information vaguely.
You can just relay that information. That's fine.
Just vaguely, because there's a closer dust cloud. Let's go to that.
Fair. You all continue along, and as you get closer, you can sort of hear some squawks of Crestyls and what sounds like people in distress, and someone saying like, "Hey, put that down."
Oh, do you guys see that?
It sounds like they're in trouble.
Sounds like we might be close.
I've run out of gas, and they come up on me just sitting down, huffing.
Yes, they
trying to-
catch up to you.
Bring in as much oxygen as possible.
Looking around the canyon side, do I see who made the sound?
Yes, you all sort of round a corner, and you can see just a chaotic mess before you. You can see up on the sort of canyon wall some half-painted murals that have been like partially completed with some like scaffolding around, and you can see maybe like 4 or 5 people of various races, like splattered in paint. A couple of them up on the scaffolding. And you can see 2 Crestyls who have just made a muck of this place. You can see paint cans are spilled. You can see one of them is like tugging on like a massive paintbrush with like this small halfling woman. It's chaotic.
Oh, it's looking around. Do I see like anyone who looks kind of like a leader, maybe?
Not really. They seem to just be like a collection of painters who are.
I feel
designing
like
this
trying to
world.
find a leader is not going to be the goal right now. I feel like we should try to help the people who are currently in need and negotiate a deal with the guy that runs the place. I would like to use my bee magic to separate the what are they called again? I'm sorry.
Crestyl?
Crestyl, sorry, to separate the Crestyl that's tugging with the paintbrush.
Okay.
With
How
the
does
other
your
person.
bee magic work?
In this situation, I would like to shoot bees out of my chest in that general direction.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll for that.
God bless Jeff.
Love Greg.
I rolled a 9.
A 9. You
9
release
total.
the bees.
Release the bees!
The
They go wherever they
Africanized
please.
bees.
They
You
drip
release the
like
bees.
flowers.
They don't do what you want. So now there's also a swarm of bees, just buzzing around. You can see like a male sky elf sort of fleeing in terror as this swarm of bees chases him.
Lucky
take
me,
my-
I can't get stung.
Good going, Greg.
Can I take my frying pan out and try to like catch the light and shine it on the canyon wall in front of the Crestyl?
Sure.
Just a flat D20 roll.
Yeah, that would be a flat d20. What are you trying to do with this?
I'm trying to
He's trying to
shine
distract
it on the
with a
light,
shiny
like
object.
mirror an image off of it, like
You're
mirror
trying to, like,
sunlight.
Like
Tom and-
reflect and distract, kind of?
I'm Tom and Jerrying it. Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
10.
Yeah, with a 10, you're not really good at aiming, so you shine the reflection right in Pralo's eyes.
We're doing great, boys.
Okay, I'm gonna respond
Just
to.
gonna lasso one of these. I'm ready.
All right.
Do I just roll a d20?
I believe so, unless you have any skills you think could.
I am very overconfident that I'm gonna do this, but I feel like that's a negative.
That's a pretty catch-all kind of response there, buddy.
I feel like it should be a negative.
It is pretty
Sure, just
blank.
just roll straight d20 if that's the
Okay.
case then.
A 10.
10. Cool.
We are
Yeah.
killing it.
You're still Parlo's like slightly like not blinded, but what's the word?
Dazed?
Stunned? Dazed? Yeah. And he sort of bumps into you as you're slinging this lasso. So it misses the Crestyl.
Dang it.
How far are we from these crystals?
This area is like you're like maybe they're like running around. One of them is still tugging on this paintbrush, and then the other one has like 2 cans of paints in
But,
its
like,
beak,
are we
and it's
within, like 30, 40?
yeah, you guys are like
Okay.
15, 20 feet away.
Okay, so I want to like take a good like head start, and I want to use my stone bending abilities to
Okay.
essentially strut out a pillar of stone that would launch me at one of them, and then I'm gonna attempt to land on it for a grapple.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna use the harnessing and a d20 to propel me in a quick burst on top of it.
Great.
I
Well-
rolled a 21 between a 13
21.
and an 8. I maxed it on harnessing.
Yes,
stone.
awesome. Yeah, you launch forward towards the one that's sort of racing around. It has like paint splattered all over its feathers. It's leaving like a trail of blue and green paint. And you sort of like land like sort of its arm, your arm, sorry, sort of wrapped around its neck, and you like swing yourself over
Just
to
catch
be
it in a
riding this
flying
bird.
triangle.
And so now you are on top of this bird. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Can I try to go up to one of the other ones that I just watched that happen and try to use either animal lover or soothing voice to try to calm it down and
Yes,
"Oh, it's okay,
absolutely.
it's okay, it's
You
okay."
go up to the one who's like wrestling with the small halfling woman who's just like, "You horrible bird, let that go!" And you sort of walk up to them.
Is it animal lover or soothing voice?
Either one, up to you.
Okay, I'll do animal lover.
Both would be applicable.
Oh, it's okay, friend. Don't worry. We're gonna get you back home to your mother. That is a 22.
A 22. Yeah, you can see this Crestyl. He's rather round, and he seems to just be wanting to
He's
eat
fat.
things.
He's ready for
I'll pull out the muffins.
And
Boy.
and he does in fact smell in your bag, and he sort of like turns to you very attentively. He does not care about anything else at the moment.
I'm gonna try to make a bird sound. And
Okay.
Caw-caw, caw-caw!
Yes, he's
try to
very
get a hold of
intrigued.
the harness.
Yes.
So, is that animal lover? Or no, that would be soothing voice, I'm guessing, because I'm using a voice.
Yeah, up to you.
Ooh, 10.
10. It's less your voice and more the promise of food that brings this Crestyl to be very attentive to you, and he's just like sticking his giant nose in your bag.
I grab the harness. I'm gonna give him a muffin.
Yes, you throw the harness over him. You give him a muffin. He seems content.
Yes, I'm gonna name you Fred.
Fred, good.
I'm going to attempt to resolve the problem that I made and call the bees to me so that I stop terrorizing these poor people.
Okay. Do you need to use bee magic again to do that?
I'm going to assume I would have to.
Yeah.
I did put my backstory that I can communicate with the bees, but I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, you can communicate with them. That doesn't mean that they're going to listen to you.
Fair. I rolled a 15.
A 15. It takes a little bit of coercion, but the bees do eventually return to you. You can see this poor Sky Eidolon has gotten a little bit stung, and he just seems very upset.
Haha, dare talk. I got the first one.
Oh, don't you worry, I'm going to get the rest of these suckers.
Yeah. So these first two you have retrieved, and you can see this halfling lady sort of comes up to you and she says, "Oh, thank you very much. This whole herd of them just stormed in here. I don't know. The rest of them went that way." And she points sort of further down the canyon, and she says, "Oh, this mess, it's going to take forever to clean up." And she sort of starts picking up all of these like tossed over buckets of paint.
I'm really sorry. We're just
I'm
trying
gonna
to
start
help.
running.
You're trying to apologize, and he just bolts
Boom.
off again.
I'm really sorry. We're just trying to help someone we just met up there, a Quartz. She runs the ranch. It's a very pretty mural, and I'm gonna hand out a muffin. I only have 2 more.
She takes it up and she says, "Thank you. The race is supposed to come in here tomorrow. We wanted to get it done before then, but
Yeah, that's why we're getting them so that we can. There is gonna be a race.
there is. Are you boys gonna watch it?"
I think we're gonna get enough of the Crestyls today.
"That's nice." She says, her face
I
like
would
full
like
of
to
muffin.
race tomorrow.
But with that, you all sort of continue down the canyon. If you all would like to roll another check to see if you can find where they went.
Absolutely. Can I use
I'm going to use my never-ending curiosity. And I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What was that? There was a lot of people talking at once.
It's alright. May I roll Nature's Bounty again?
Yes.
Or should I just roll flat D20?
You can roll Nature's Bounty, that's fine.
Not great. 17?
17. Yeah, both of you sort of look around, and further up the tunnel, you sort of hear it with your Nature's Bounty roll, like a distant sort of rumbling sound, and then a loud sort of crash, and you all sort of race up to it, and you can see a sort of small rock slide has sort of interrupted this canyon, and you can see a single Crestyl who's sort of like squawking as his foot is stuck under a large rock. And you can see more dust, as if the two final ones are continuing down. Just missing the rock slide.
Can I use my walking stick to like wedge it between the rock and the ground to get this Kestrel's foot free?
Yeah, go.
I'm going to.
I rolled a 9.
9. You try. This rock is heavy, and these are large birds covered in very sharp crystals, and so trying to like work around that and not get stabbed by a crystal is difficult. You're having a bit of trouble.
Okay, I walk up to the rock and I want to use my grapple, my inhumanly small strength to lift this boulder.
Cool.
Off. That is my best stat at D12.
While they are trying to do that,
Wow, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh no!
You're like, I got this. This is what I'm born to do.
I think you pulled your
Breaks
back out, bud.
Yeah.
Slips.
While they're doing that to try to distract the Crestyl, can I use? Would it be possible to combine 2 checks into one, but just use the harness the land check to try to calm the bird down by creating? It says creating small plant life, and can I create like a mint plant for it to chew on? And then
Sure,
try
you can make some
Innovative.
calming
Can
herbs.
birds eat mint?
Yeah, and then like when I say
These
combining
birds can.
Yeah, when I say like combining 2 checks, I also want to try to use like Animal Lover to try to calm it down, but only
Yeah,
roll
I'll
the heart
say
to
using
land
the you can just create that plant, and then you can use Animal Lover to calm it down.
low on the D10. 18.
18. Yeah, it takes a bit. It seems just very spooked and frightened with this whole situation. But you do manage to sort of calm it down by like petting his head.
This
And-
is Fred,
Hold
and
on.
this is Jeffrey.
Can we talk about how Stump can create his own baking ingredients?
Seems pretty handy.
It is.
I'm Stump.
I love Stump. Stump's wonderful.
read. I just can't read.
He can't read, but he can cook.
He can create whatever he wants as long as he's
God, this
seen it
really is just a
before.
party of himbos. I love it.
Keep trying, bro.
You guys, I was
Stump
gonna
is a
say you guys
twink.
have one brain cell, but I don't even think you guys have a single brain cell.
Stump is a twink at best.
I am 4 feet of testosterone. I don't do reading.
You're
I would
Chad.
like to say
You're
that the
Chad.
bees are probably smarter than Greg is.
Probably smarter than me too.
Like I said, no brain cells.
All of us are dumb. That's
How
why I'm
dare
going to try
you.
to wrestle one of the birds right now.
Oh my
There's
god.
only, there's only one here. He's already been
Just tackles
subdued.
it. He's trying to follow my leadership.
Okay. There is the one Crestyl who Stump has sort of calmed down. His foot is still stuck. But you can see 2 more, a red and a blue one, sort of seemingly having a race with each other, racing through this canyon.
Catch the blue one.
Catch
I'm
the blue
ready, and I'm going to catch it, and then I'm going to wrestle it.
Okay.
So can I combine my
hold on.
loves to
Can-
wrestle?
Sure.
Attribute?
If your intent is to wrestle this bird, go for it.
He's
Okay.
wrestling the bird that I already calmed down.
No, the blue
No,
one,
this
the
is
one
a
that's
separate-
running.
this is a second
Oh,
one.
Can I
Gotcha.
use the rope given to me to lash onto the jock and carry me that way? I'm not going to wrestle it, but I want to get over there faster.
Okay. Sure. You can like throw a rope sort of like around his waist and be dragged along.
Hey, I have Heelys. I
You do have
am
Heelys.
traveling in style.
Heelys.
It would
I
not
have,
slow me down at all. It's okay.
do I have Fred
The
in one
image of
hand
this
and
is
Jeffrey in the other?
fantastic.
All right. So I guess I combine my D8 and my D20.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have Jeffrey in one hand and Fred in the
Fuck.
other?
15.
Yes, you do. Yes, you have the 2 good birds.
Yes. My boys.
I rolled a combined 15. Not
A
great.
combined 15. Yeah. You are a little late on the jump. You think you're gonna get it, but the Crestyl sort of like swerves out of the way, and you fall flat on your face, just missing him.
Dang, slow me down.
I would like to use the momentum I've gained from being lassoed by him to attempt to catch the other bird, the one that did not dodge out of the way.
Whizzes
Okay.
by.
All right.
I'm going to choose to not use any sort of bee magic around. I feel like it would be a bad idea.
Fair. So you use the momentum to sort of
I-
slingshot yourself forward on your Heelys
Yes, and I
towards
rolled a
the towards the
14.
bird. What was that? Sorry.
14.
14. Yeah, you also sort of miscalculate, and your Heely hits a rock, and you also fall flat on your face, and these 2 birds
No.
have
Thanks for
sort of
slowing me down.
whizzed past.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up from my failed attempt, and you hear as I push on my lower back, just pops like
Oh.
seven joints in his spine. But I'm gonna attempt to do another harness stone launch and
All
land
right,
on
go
top of
ahead.
another bird.
Try that again. I take it Stump takes your bird too. So Stump's just in the back holding all these birds.
We only had
well-
2 of them, didn't we?
You have 3 at the moment.
Wait, we have
Please
3? Okay,
don't
so wait,
cook
it's
the
Fred.
birds.
Fred is purple, Jeffrey is orange, Horatio is the reddish one.
Cool, good.
Can I, while this is all happening, can I just like have a bonding moment with him? Just like, oh,
Yes.
you guys are so pretty, and I'm gonna feed them muffins and different little
They
plants.
are very, very pleased.
I'm gonna scratch them with their little beaks.
Yes, good.
I'm gonna start calling you Fred and Horatio and Jeffrey.
Good names.
Wonderful.
I like Horatio.
Horatio is good.
Please
Okay.
don't eat the birds.
Relevant. All right. Well, I rolled a combined 16.
A combined 16. You actually do manage to sort of launch yourself past your 2 friends, and sort of grab onto like the leg of the sort of deep red Crestyl.
Just gonna go soaring through the air, going oi oi oi, then just land on
So
the
you're currently being dragged along the ground, holding onto this bird. He seems very confused and just panicked that there's suddenly a person hanging onto his foot.
I'm gonna go and clean up house since since he couldn't get it done. So I'm gonna try to finish the job on that bird.
Okay.
Oh, that's also not great. 17.
A 17. You do manage to run up and sort of catch up to the blue one. Neither of you have your bird under control, but you are holding on as they are racing each other.
Don't worry, guys.
I love it, dude.
Don't worry, guys.
Is this a
I
good-
got this. I'm
What-
gonna use
what?
my bee magic to spook one of the birds to stop in place.
You can try.
Oh fuck! I dropped my dice. No.
Summons honey.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me grab another one.
While he's trying, I'm gonna yell,
Oh,
my compatriot.
I rolled an 11.
Okay,
My-
so you yell out.
My bird's faster than yours. And so
Oh.
we're racing each other.
Okay. All right. I can respond to this.
Cannot.
Man, I don't know how I go about this. Okay, I want to use this D4 attribute, but I don't know how I would do it.
What's your D4 attribute?
I wanted to use intimidate. I just can't. I'm not witty enough in this current moment as I'm being dragged to intimidate him.
Yeah, let's say
Seems like a-
you use your intimidation to sort of acrobatically sort of like kick up from the ground and land on this bird
Ooh, that is
properly.
excellent, dude. I'm gonna fit.
You do some Avatar and Last
Yeah,
Airbender intro
exactly.
shit.
But then it's like almost like me. Might as well be using. Fine,
You can
whatever.
roll
I'm gonna use.
intimidation if you want to roll intimidation. Whatever you want to do.
It's such a crappy. It's a D4, but it'll be super swag if I can go ahead and just like kick the ground and like jump up on the bird. I'm going for it.
That one.
Okay, I rolled a 1 and a 12.
A 1 and a 12.
Total-
You do
Rolled
it.
its
It's
waist.
not as impressive as you thought it was going to be, but like you're up there now. So both of you are currently on the backs of these
Hey,
Crestyls.
what you got, Jer Talk? Looking a little dusty down there, boy.
I think it's time to race these back to the farm.
Oh, I like where this is going.
While this is going on, can I try like taking our ropes and fashioning them into more comfortable kind of face harnesses like we see in the picture there, and then
Yeah.
lead them all off into one rope so I can carry all 3 of them in one hand while I'm walking next to them?
He's
Yeah,
dog
you can
walking.
do that.
Can I roll that for that or?
I can just you just do that.
When I
They're all very calm and they're distracted by the treats that you're giving them. So
When I start seeing them turn around, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I guess stop."
yeah, you can see they are barreling down this canyon towards you.
I'm gonna move out of the way.
Yeah,
up-
that would
start
be a
heading
good
up.
idea.
I'm gonna head up the canyon and move out of the way.
So Stump, Greg, and the 3 sort of I want to say more tame Crestyls.
Wait.
Sort of
Sorry, I was just gonna say, can I?
They have
can I flex?
names.
Can I flex a little bit? They do have names. How dare
they
you?
do have names. I
Um,
apologize.
Can I flex a little bit and use harness the land to try to pull some of the existing roots and make a staircase out of the canyon?
Sure.
Ooh,
Yes!
interesting. Druid stuff now.
Bucks and Druid. Oh, actually, wow, 24.
Great.
24.
19 and a 5.
despite this being a desert and there being very little plant life, you manage to make a staircase out of vines.
A dandelion pushes a hunk of sandstone out.
Yes. Yeah, it's more you don't create a staircase out of plants, but you sort of use the plants embedded in the wall to sort of shift the rocks in the wall to make it's not a great staircase. It's a little precarious, but like you could get up there.
Nice. So I will start leading them up, kind of single file, giving the three ropes more slack than the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take what are their names? Fred, Jeffrey, and Horatio. You take them up the side of the canyon. Meanwhile, Zhertok and Pralo are racing down. You guys are coming up on the painters again, and you can see one of them is carrying a like 3 different cans of paint, slowly making their way from one side of the canyon to the other, and you are about to crash into them.
I'm gonna try to get the bird to jump over the person.
All right.
Let's see. I'm gonna combine my overconfidence trait with this one.
Yeah, that's very overconfident
I have
trying to
an action.
clear a person.
Oh, I got my response after he's done.
Okay.
Oh, a 1 and a 4. So 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Before we get to that, what were you going to do, Pralo? What was your thing?
So I was
How are
going
you going to clear this situation?
like pull the bird with my grappling skills innately to kind of steer him, and then I was
Yeah.
going to use my finesse of wrestling many a great men's over the years, and I was going to try and grapple a can of paint out of this guy's hand, and I was going to throw it on Zhertok so that he couldn't see where he was driving.
Okay. I'm going to say you don't even need to do that because Zhertok slams directly into this poor person.
I don't need to because he's just coated in paint now.
Yeah, you're covered in paint. But you do manage to steer around the painters, and you are now in the lead.
Save me the trouble there, Zhertok.
Meanwhile, we've obliterated this poor painter.
Well,
He's okay. He's
jock
on the ground.
obliterated
This is the same one who got stung by bees.
Oh my god. What a day.
This poor man is having a time.
I just have to get back on and make my bird go faster. So,
Yeah,
let's
you
get at
didn't
it.
really you didn't fall off the bird, but both you and the bird are covered in paint. Each of you has both you and your Crestyl have a can of paint on your head.
I got a slight lead.
That's my helmet. All right. What do I have to roll to beat? I can't remember Casey's character's name.
It's,
The race is tomorrow, you guys, just so you know.
This is the warm up.
Am I at the ranch yet?
Yeah, you're at the you are at the ranch.
Okay.
You
can
and
I
Greg
use
have sort of
a responsive instead of grappling the paint, since he already made a fool out of himself. I want to, as I take a partial lead, I'm going to use harnessing stone again to create a marginal wall that's 15 foot wide that he has to then kind of like run around it. So I'm basically making an obstacle for him to go around.
fun. You're also making an obstacle for yourselves later for the race, but all right.
I can break it later. You can create and destroy.
When I get to the ranch, can I
My goal is to beat this guy.
squad?
Thinks he's better than me.
Okay, what was your roll for the stone?
It is a combined 21.
A combined
Ooh.
21? Yeah, you do manage to do that.
Slow him down a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to test the capacities of this bird because I want it to be able to run up the wall and then jump off the top to come up over the other one.
I mean,
Now this is some
How much
Naruto
of a
shit.
lead do I have?
you do have
it's
a
a
bit
big
of a lead.
clause.
You have
Okay,
quite a
cool.
lead.
Let the man play his game.
All right. I'm going to do overconfidence again because
All right,
nothing.
because that is very
nothing stops
overconfident.
me. Nothing stops me.
Gravity.
Except a man
Except
in
a
a can of paint.
19. A 19.
A 19. it's sloppy. You don't manage to like Naruto run up the wall, but you do sort of like hop up the wall a little bit and like avoid some of the obstacles that have like that Prowler was put in place. But you do manage to clear the obstacles just fine. And the two of you see the home stretch, and you can see the ranch before you. Meanwhile, you guys are already at the ranch. You can see Quartz is sort of patching up. She's finishing patching up the hole in the fence. And she turns to you all and she says, "Oh, you've made it." And she sort of takes the crystals from you and she says, "Oh, my babies, I'm glad you're all right. Thank you so much. Where are Scout and Blaze?"
Oh, well, first off, I didn't realize they had names. I'm sorry. I kind of gave them another name so I could recognize them.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Sorry about that. I think they're coming up the canyon, but they weren't exactly as nice as these three were. I called this one Fred, this one Jeffrey, and this one Horatio.
She sort of like looks at them all and she says, "Those are quite fitting names, actually. These birds are actually, this Canyon Dash race is sort of showing off the talents of these birds to sell them at auctions. They have sort of temporary names, but these ones are quite nice."
They are. They're very sweet. I gave them muffins and mint.
Oh, they do like treats.
These. I don't have any more muffins though. I have this rock.
That's all right.
And I'm holding out the rock. Oh, this rock.
That's nice.
Where do you want me to lead them, by the way? I can take them in the back.
Oh, yeah, the barn's just over here, and she sort of takes you to sort of put them away. Meanwhile, the two of you are at the final stretch. If each of you want to make a final roll to see who can beat the other to the farm.
Can I help our two compatriots over there
How would
with
you
their
like to help
race?
them?
So one of the items in my backpack is a small pouch of rounded rocks. I would like to just throw them in the general direction of the other two.
What? What do you mean? What is that gonna do? I'm so confused.
You ever
Ball
watched?
bearings.
Yeah, they're basically like ball bearing, but they're little
Ball
stones.
You're throwing rocks at your friends?
No, he's
Yes.
trying to slip them up on the ground. It's ball bearing.
Oh,
Goodness.
I see. All right.
I'm
Go for
going
it.
to toss both paint cans at Prowlo.
How far am I?
You are just ahead. You're maybe like 20 feet ahead.
Ooh, impressive toss.
All right, and I'm actually not gonna be overconfident this time. I'm gonna use my excellent athlete attribute, which is a D6
Okay.
extra. Okay. Fuck. 1 and a 2.
Okay, what is
I
Nailed
gotta
it.
change the D20.
probably what was your final athletics roll? Or whatever you would like to do to
I don't have a lot of tools here, so
You can just roll a
unless I-
straight D20. That's
unless
fine
I
too.
have a check. I guess what I was gonna do. I'm just trying to consider here if I could do anything with macromancy, like if I could even make myself smaller so it would run faster.
You
That's
could.
like-
You can also just roll a straight D20 too.
Okay, I'll just do that. I'll make it simple. I rolled a natural 20.
A natural
Nice.
20
Sorry,
with
dude, not-
ease.
It
With
is not
ease,
your
you
race.
sort of skid to a halt. With your red. You had the red one, right? I think.
We didn't specify, but
I think
really
you had the.
like
I think you had the red one.
I like the one on the right in the image. That's kind of like a flurry of things. That looks pretty
Yeah,
cool. That red, if that's considered the red one,
it's like that, but it's a little bit more like,
darker tone.
yeah, darker tone, more red and purpley.
Sweet, yeah, that's my
Um,
boy.
Yeah, you sort of skid to a halt. While Zyrtok on your sort of bright cold blue Crestyl, you stumble over these rocks like ball bearings, and you sort of tumble off and land at Pralo's feet.
I'm gonna just belt out a ha ha ha, fool, getting dirty again.
I'm gonna stand up and take my championship belt out of my backpack and start to polish it.
You look up at him, you glare, you take out the belt, and then you walk away to go sulk and polish your belt.
That's right. But he knows who the champion wrestler is.
Yes, good.
Only by one victory, that's all.
You really shouldn't polish that thing in public.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That was a masturbation joke.
That's why I said I don't know how to respond to that. It just cleared the air.
Yeah, with that, you all sort of return your crystals. The fence is fixed, and Quartz offers you rest for the night. And she also offers that if you would like to, there are some open spots in the race tomorrow if you would like a rematch.
I would love to race.
I'm definitely going to race. I will win it with
I'll
no
take this.
problem whatsoever.
I'll take this big oof on any day.
Can I go up to the three that I've kind of bonded with? And I'm like,
Mhm.
but I would have to choose one then. I don't want to.
You can see Fred, the sort of rotund, sort of purple-colored one, sort of like comes up to you, and he like taps on your shoulder with his beak.
Horatio and Jeffrey, are you okay if I race with Fred?
They sort of they look up to you. Horatio gives you a slight nod.
A druid! I will race with Fred.
Okay.
Kind of scratch him on the cheeks.
Yes, he's very happy. Greg,
Switches.
what Crestyl would you like to race with?
I would like to race with Horatio.
Yes, good. Yeah, Horatio's the kind of orangey one.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, orange goes faster. That's just
Stick with
science.
my blue one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing the two of you want to stick with your.
My winning stallion.
My boy
Yes.
Thick. My boy Thick.
Yes.
I love him.
Um,
I love him so much.
Good. Yeah, with that, morning comes.
Good morning, Miss Quartz. How are you doing today?
Good morning. She says she's sort of like finishing up pitching like the big sort of black and white checkered start flag. And you can see a sort of crowd from the dressed in big fancy hats and parasols and things, sort of chattering with each other, and you can see some of them are like looking at some of the crystals in the corrals. And it seems to be a very happy race day.
I'm gonna yell out before turning to my three friends here. And just like, would you like some breakfast before the race? And I'm gonna turn to you three. Do you guys want some buckwheat cakes?
I don't think Greg eats anything, so I think he's okay.
But it's got honey in it, so the bees would like it.
I'm gonna have a nice old bowl of victory tonight.
Do you want some cake though?
Fine, I'll have a little bit of pound cake.
It's not it's a buckwheat cake.
I love some of your cake. Thank you so much. Your cooking is excellent always.
Can I try to roll to make some buckwheat cakes, which is the equivalent of terrible pancakes?
Yes, go for it.
Alright, he's a decent cook.
He's a decent cook.
Well, that is pretty terrible on the D4, but a nat 20, so
Oh,
21.
okay. They're not
21.
bad. You haven't made them in a while, and you have limited resources here in the middle of the desert,
Ooh,
but they're not bad.
yay.
I would like to
Still
take
have
a
this
aside
rock.
Miss Quartz, and I want to just ask her what the rules are for the race. Because like all we know is racing is like going forward. Like, is there any rules, any guidelines? What's the track like?
Yeah, the rules, it's pretty open, honestly. It's mostly about sort of the Crestyl's ability. I mean, stay on the path. Don't hurt other competitors.
Dang.
What do you mean by hurt?
I mean, she sort of like gives you an odd look, and she says, "I recommend just sticking to your own bird, and staying on the path."
That's fine. I won't leave the bird.
And you can see she sort of gets ushered off by a crowd of people who are asking her, bombarding her with questions, and she's sort of trying to calm them down. And
Can I
the race.
come out and try to interrupt? Oh, sorry.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was just saying, can I try to like come out into the crowd with like a small plate of buckwheat
Yeah,
cake?
you make your way around the crowd. You can see some small children are stuffing their faces with your cakes. They are very happy.
I'm gonna hand a plate to Ms. Quartz. Oh, here you go.
Yes. Quartz happily takes it.
Hello.
And as the what's the word? As the race is sort of beginning to start, you all sort of mount your Crestyls and head to the start line, and you can see 3 other competitors.
More
There they
people
are.
to add to the losers lineup. More victors.
But we all get to play with it. We all get to hang out with the Crestyls, aren't we all winners?
There's only
Yes,
one winner.
we are all winners.
Oh.
Can I try to train the bird to do push-ups with me?
We'll do like squats for him, but that
Squats.
sounds like super awesome.
Sure, go for it. Do you have like an athletics? You had an athletics ability, right?
Yeah.
Go
What?
do that.
Okay. 8. My
8.
D20 rolling is awful tonight.
Man, you're having
Yeah.
a tough time.
You're trying to coerce this bird. Then again, this is a bird. It can't really do like push-ups in the way that a humanoid can. And so he's
not too
he's
bright.
confused, but he is
Yeah.
very excited to race.
Can I try to like? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say you can see sort of 3 other competitors. You can see a sort of redheaded human lady on a Crestyl. She seems very bright-eyed and eager. You can see a sky eidolon with like one of those fun aviator hats with the wings on the side and the goggles, just the full getup.
Oh, cool.
And then you can see another created, just sort of very sleek in design. His name is Speed, with 3s replacing the E's. Just thought I'd point that out there.
Elite.
Can I go up to the start line and kind of like psych Fred up? We got this spot here. We can do this. And I'm gonna say hi to the guy. Hello, I'm Stump.
You can see the human girl sort of looks up to you and she says, "Hello, I'm Auburn.
Hello. I like
Good
your
luck
hair.
on the race today."
You have the same name as your hair. Thank you.
I'm
Would
gonna
you
do
like
the exact opposite.
Would you like a cake? And I'm holding out like a
I would love a cake. Yes.
I'll tear a buckwheat cake in half and hand one to her and one to the what was it, the oh goodness, I'm not forgetting the name. The
Eidolon or the created? Those
The
were the 2
Eidolon, the
other
Eidolon.
competitors.
Eidolon.
Yeah, the Eidolon. They sort of look at you and they say, "Thanks. Good luck today."
good luck. And I'm gonna
I would like to
Fred's
approach
feathers up.
the starting line on Horatio, and I just want to do the most dazzling display of skill riding this Kestrel that anyone's ever seen in their life.
Mhm.
Greg has an attribute called the bee's knees because he is the bee's knees, and he likes to impress people. And I'm going to use that for my roll.
Okay, cool.
Waiting to
Are
use
all of
that.
his attributes just
And I rolled a
puns?
13.
Amazing. Yeah.
All his attributes
You-
just puns?
So you are looking very confident, and Horatio seems to sort of feed off that energy. And everyone is anxious to race. Is there any final conversation bits we'd like to have?
So I wanted to walk up, and I feel inclined due to it being innate to my character, because he's very competitive. I'm gonna walk up, and I don't think I'm gonna roll for it, but I was gonna do an intimidate gesture. I'm gonna walk up and say, "Stay out of my way. This victory is mine."
Okay, you sort of like walk to the far, sort of like lane, and you're sort of like doing that like, I'm looking at you gesture.
Yeah, the Crestyl's like dragging its feet, like
Yeah.
it's getting a nice launch. It's like it's all about it. It's red.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fierce.
You're getting ready,
I'm gonna look, oh, sorry.
and you settle into the lane.
Can I look over at Horatio and then down at Fred? You boys be careful and do your best. I'm proud of you.
they sort of like look up to you and they squawk happily. They don't seem to be as competitive as some of the other Crestyls, but they seem to be enjoying themselves.
Fred, and I'm gonna whisper down to Fred.
Have fun.
Fred,
I'm walking up with the bird, except I'm just kind of flexing my muscles and checking myself out.
Are you all greased up too? Are you oiled and ready for combat?
Oh, I'm still oiled up.
he took my bacon grease from dinner for breakfast.
I'm actually gonna put on my.
cake was so dry.
I'm gonna put on my luchador mask.
Oh fuck! That one
Yes.
it was so dry.
No bacon grease.
Can I kind of whisper down to Fred, and
Mhm.
so no one hears me? Fred, we need to kick some ass.
Yes, good. Fred sort of like looks up to you and nods.
Yes, I love him.
Yeah. But that sort of Quartz walks up to sort of the front of the crowd, sort of addressing everyone. And she says, "Okay, we're gonna have a good race today. No foul play. We're gonna stay on the track. Everyone have a good run." And she sort of reaches into her pocket. She takes out this loud, like, party popper looking thing. And she says, "On your marks, get set, go!" And then the sound goes off, and all the Crestyls start running. So,
As the popper goes off, I would like to use an attribute.
okay, yeah. So this is the first leg of the journey. So, whatever attributes you guys would like to do to get a head start, go for it.
So my D12 attribute, we talked about this earlier, is filled with bees. I would like to release the bees at the starting line.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Can I? Wait, I have an idea.
That's a 14.
A 14. Again, you release the bees. You do not control them.
That
There's
was
now
the plan.
a swarm of bees around the starting line.
When I see that happen, can I activate where is it? Can I activate Harness the Land and try to have basil sprout out from my armor?
They don't like
Okay.
basil?
Basil basil nullifies bees.
Oh, good.
Is that a real like fact? I've never heard this.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, I
Is that
played it-
rock, paper, scissors?
I played a druid that had to know everything for a campaign. I know a lot about plants.
I'll
I'm
trust
all
you.
about it. That's news to me. Like, hey,
Yeah.
dude, bees
You-
and basil.
Not
Like,
great.
what?
19?
19. Okay, cool. You sprout basil from under your
I
armor.
have a reactionary attribute too, if it may be my turn. I don't know how you wanted to manage that, so.
What were you gonna do?
Well, I'm a very hardy individual who can take a beating, so I wanted to roll in defense to not be phased by the bees at all as I
Sure,
take
go
off.
for it.
Yeah, so that's
My plan's been foiled.
Yeah. Well, that's like the first time I get to use it.
True.
Whoa, I rolled a 1 on the feet, but I rolled a natural 20, so it's okay.
Yeah. You're a little bit shocked that there's now bees surrounding you, but you're like, I can still race.
Just
I got
brushes
this.
it off like
Yeah,
sweat on
you-
my brow.
Exactly.
So my attribute, since I love to be the leader, I'm gonna will myself and the bird to be the front of the pack.
Okay.
That's my D10 attribute.
Pay up.
19.
There you go.
Nice.
What was that,
Finally
sorry?
got something.
It's a 19.
A 19, yeah. Out of the gate, you are up front. I need sorry. I need everyone to make a various like athletics or straight D20s to sort of figure out how you all do for this first stretch.
Well,
Can
I
I
am an
use
excellent
Animal Lover
athlete,
to
as my
help
D6
Brett?
says.
Would I be able
you-
to apply my bee's knees to this? Because I'm trying to impress people.
Sure. Yes. I'm gonna roll for the NPCs.
Yikes! I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Oh
Yeah, I
gosh,
don't
it's
think
so
I
dark
have
in here. I
anything-
can't see
Tonight,
anything.
tonight is not Greg's night.
I can't really apply any of these, I guess. That sucks.
Yeah,
My
if you can apply them,
D20
just
rolling is terrible.
I have 7.
We don't need to
Uh,
talk about what I got. That
okay. Hold on, I had to step away for just a moment. What was everyone's rolls?
24.
Mine's a
I rolled a
13.
5.
13, 5,
7.
I got
7,
24.
24. Okay.
Oh.
So with your Gosh, I got myself all confused. I'm
Fred
very
was
sorry.
on that start line.
Yeah.
I rolled max on my D10. I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Wait, 10 on a D10 is the 0, right? I'm not messing that up, right?
Yes.
Which
Okay, perfect.
attribute did you use?
Animal lover.
Oh, paid off.
Yeah. Comes in handy.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
You're a
That
baker. What do you
food.
mean?
Was it Jotok who got the head start in the beginning? I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, you and Stump are neck and neck at this point.
Hi.
Sort of, you guys are at the mouth of this canyon. You two are at the front. Following behind is Prolo and Greg.
Not
All
Greg.
of the NPCs roll god awful. So
Simps.
they the highest.
It's the
any of them
bees. The
rolled was
bees
a
got them.
5, So
Oh
there
wow,
you go.
that's so low.
Yeah,
Oh no, this
man.
poor Auburn. Auburn was
Did
so
you-
nice.
Did you give
No.
them any help, like with an attribute? Like, how did that go?
it's just easier to just not do it.
Yeah.
So
They're not as
Like, just give them a
skilled as us.
D4 for
for
competition.
existing. For existing.
sure, and I'll do that for future round.
I was just curious.
But you all are at the start of the canyon with now the obstacle that was set up previously.
How
So the
tall was
DC for this is going to be a little bit harder, but everybody roll again.
You're talking about
How-
my wall?
tall was it?
15 feet, you said, right?
I said 15 feet wide. I guess
15 feet wide.
I wanted to ideally make it tall enough so you couldn't immediately jump over it, but he used terrain to get over it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know, like 15 by 20, something like that.
Sure, it's just, let's just say it's just like, sort of like a dividing line, sort of between
Sure.
these sort of two lanes that have formed.
Like a prison wall, like 10-foot tall
Yeah.
fence, but like 15, 20 feet wide. So you
Yeah,
can't jump
sure.
over it, but you'd have to go around it, slow you down.
Yeah. So it's sort of two lanes at this point. So everyone roll again.
Can I
Sort
use
of.
my nature's bounty? It is you are more adept at stuff with nature and can recall information and kind of recognize it to add that to my add a D6 to my roll.
You can recognize that this rock structure like exists. How would you use that in like a basic?
Yep, sure is rock.
That is a rock. No,
That
more
sure
like
is hard.
more like kind of look at it and just recall like, oh, this lane might be a little bit quicker, or this lane might be.
Yeah,
a little
you
bit quicker,
can-
Or
you
we
can maybe
don't
do
want to
that.
go over it, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't imagine you would want to go over it, but sure.
I would like to use harness the land also lets me. This is how we created the wall in the first place, correct? Is harness the land?
Yes.
No, I used
or no.
harnessing stone.
Yeah,
which
you
is
use like a
my,
harness stone.
my racial,
Racial.
stone bending.
Okay. So then I was going to use harness the land to split the stone and run through, but I don't think that's going to apply then.
Yeah, I don't think land is more like nature, as in like trees and plants and stuff, and then stone is like stone. So they're more separate. They're both earth based, but in like different ways.
So then I would like to do the same thing that I saw our jock friend do and try to run up the wall and jump over it with Horatio.
Okay. Everyone roll to see sort of how this all plays out.
Yeah,
Can I
my
use my
confidence
I rolled
is
a
going to give me a
23.
boost here.
Okay.
I'll wait
Oh,
for
man.
a moment.
Speed rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
So a 16 plus a 12, So,
yes.
28.
28. Wow.
my goodness. I got a fat old 21.
I have a 23.
I did not do well. Wow.
I wanted to use my harnessing stone to pick a lane to like I could drop a slot from me to make it through.
Sure.
Figured that was doable. Let's see what I can come up with here. 18 plus 6, 24.
24. Okay.
I make
You
a
rolled it really
bird
well then.
imprint in the stone. Perfect.
Yeah. Jirtok, you are still in the lead. You pull through. You're a bit ahead of everyone else, but the three of
Strong.
you sort of each of you took a separate lane because although you sort of like busted through the middle, and so the three of you sort of appear on the other side at the same time, and so the three of you are like all right up next to each other, with Jirtok in front, and you sort of race past the murals and the sort of rock slide. Everyone roll again
As-
for the second half
as
of
I-
the canyon.
As I race
Straight
past the
D20.
mural, can I pull out a lute and start playing it for my musician skill?
Sure, you can.
Oh, yeah, once was the last thing.
He's in the middle of a NASCAR race, starts playing ukulele.
Yes, exactly.
Since I love
rolled
to be
a
the leader.
13.
Oh my god! I rolled 3 1s.
They
Well,
all went
apparently
head first,
all the
Wile E.
contestants
Coyote
died.
style into the wall.
Since I love to be the
That's
leader,
never
I'm going to
happened
use
before.
my D10.
They
Oh,
went up the staircase that Stump
Yeah,
made.
they all sort of they get sort of tripped up in like the wet paint. Like some of it hasn't quite dried yet, and so all 3 of them sort of land in a big sort of dog pile covered in paint. So
I got-
These.
I got double ones.
double, so many 1s.
Yeah.
Would this be a likely opportunity for me to use macromancy to make myself like baby sized for less drag and weight?
Sure.
Wow, I needed that because I rolled a 6 on the D20 and a 7. I was 1 off from my maximum.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that
Could everyone repeat their
Thir-
numbers?
13
From
I
real
got
fast?
I also got 13.
27.
13,
2.
27, big dude.
27,
15
and
on
then
the die, 12 on the D12.
Okay. Yeah. So
Wait, is that
Um,
correct?
yes.
Yes. Okay. I
Yes.
was making sure I didn't
Um,
roll 17.
No, you're good. So Jertok, you were previously in the lead. You sort of like look over your shoulder to see the sort of commotion behind you, and you don't see on your left. You see Stump bolt forward. Now Stump and Fred are in the lead, just easily leaping over the rock slide. The rest of you are in tow. You sort of emerge from the other side of the canyon, and you can see the finish line in the far distance, and you can hear the crowd cheering. This is your last roll.
Stump is not a winner.
But you're in the
Is
lead.
Stump is kind of wanting to hang back and let someone else win.
Greg is going for it. Greg is full on trying to impress everyone with the bee's knees.
Can I use my musician trait to try to impress people again?
To impress people?
Yes, and to yoist Fred forward.
Okay, yes, you play an encouraging song to urge Fred forward.
Sorry if someone was calling for me. I had to go stop my dog from being bad.
No worries.
I can only get the
Well, your
bonus if I
character
play a song
died. I'm
right
sorry
now.
to tell you.
I'm
have
gonna
a
have
guitar
to
right
use
next to me.
We have to use excellent athlete to try to salvage my position.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh,
I can
that's
only
not
get
gonna
the
be a
bonus if
6.
if I play a song right now.
I'm gonna stick with the consistency of remaining very tiny, lighter, and less drag.
Cool.
I love it. He's just so small. I
He's
didn't
a little
realize
baby
how much.
boy.
Yeah, it's just
My
shredded
rolls are
still.
so bad.
Still just jack. He's like the density of a bullet.
Yeah, just
Yes.
He's
firm.
Ant-Man.
He's Ant-Man, exactly. All right. Well, everyone, make your rolls if you haven't
Good.
already.
Need a cumulative 18.
18.
Oh, mine was a 6. So
27.
Anthony,
Very
you
bad
had a
rolls.
really hard time today.
yeah, my rolls are
Got a-
terrible today.
I got
You
a
have like
fat,
so many good
fat-
options too.
I know.
I have a fat 22.
Nat 22. And
No,
then
fat,
Animal
no,
lover.
fat 22. Fat 22.
Fat 22. Okay, Greg, did you roll? What did you roll? Sorry,
I rolled a 27.
a 27. So
Greg beat my
as you
ass.
all are sort of rushing towards the finish line, with a sort of cape of bees behind him, Greg pulls through and flies through the finish line first,
Woo!
followed by Stump, and then oh gosh, which one of the two of you rolled next?
I rolled the 18, or is that what I said? Yeah, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yes. So you pull through, and then Jertok takes up the rear end. Eventually, the rest of the crew sort of come proddling in, covered in various colors of paint.
I'm gonna punish myself by doing 200 push-ups.
Okay.
I dismount the bird upon crossing the finish line, and I storm off away from everybody. As you can see, my head start to slightly turn pink.
Can I go up to the bird and try to comfort it as I am comforting Fred?
Yes, Fred is happy
Good
to at
job.
least be on the podium.
You guys
You get the
did
sense
really
you get the
good.
sense that Fred does not win races very often.
Fred, you got second. You did so good.
He's so happy. And with this quartz sort of like comes up to you all and she says, Congratulations, everyone, you all did great. She sort of looks and she's like, Prowler's not here. So
Where'd he go?
Zyrtog, you get the third place medal in his place then, since he's not here to accept it.
Well, thank
she-
you, ma'am. I appreciate it, but I don't deserve it.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm gonna keep doing
No
push-ups.
participation trophies on the ranch.
Doing a push-up.
I think I'm gonna do some push-up claps.
I stormed
will
off
take
like a
both
whiny
trophies.
baby in the
Okay.
woods.
So neither of you get your prize, and she says, okay, Aubrey here, or Auburn here you go. And the young girl sort of takes it, and she looks so like bright and happy.
I'm clapping for her.
She got
Yes.
fifth, but it's really third.
Smile. I smile at her because
really
I
good.
like seeing people happy.
Yeah. Stump,
Oh, my
she gives you a badge and a little ribbon. And Greg, you get one too, and they're in various fun colors. And she congratulates you all. And she says, and another thing for all of your help today. I take it you're adventurers, right, from Travelers Guild?
Oh, yeah.
You could say that.
Well, I know that the sort of traveler's journey is like a big thing. I have some snaps if you would like to add it to your log as a sort of thanks for helping me out today, and for a good job on the race. You all did great.
You just hear
Thank
like
you
twigs
very
and
much.
trees, like loud wood noises coming from the woods.
Can
as
I
I'm thrashing about.
Can I?
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And she sort of gives you each sort of a vaguely, I don't even know, we didn't really discuss the aesthetics of the stamps in the Wayfinder, but she stamps your vaguely digital magic passports.
Mine's on the inside of my chest, so I open it up and you see just a bunch of bees. And on the
It's just
inside of
revealed
the Bender-esque door opening, and just see the little thing right there.
Yeah.
The bees are around it.
She is sort of taken aback, and she tries to very delicately give you a stamp while not disturbing the bees.
Mine's in my cookbook.
Good.
When she comes up, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, when she comes up to me, can I use harness the land to create a small hydrangea as a sign
Aw.
of gratefulness?
That's wonderful. She happily accepts it.
Oh,
Which is all-
I did not make that flower. That's a 1 and a 1.
Oh no!
Oh,
It's a blade of
Oh
grass.
no! You tried. You
It's a
tried
blade of
really
grass.
hard.
Oh, it never works. I can't
That's
get
okay.
flowers down. I can't do flowers.
I would like
Your
to
flowers are hard.
celebrate with my friends, and Greg is going to release the bees once more.
Yes, everyone's gonna be upset.
He rolled a 10.
A 10. You release the bees.
Am I still
They
covered
go-
in basil?
You are still covered in basil.
Worth it.
You are protected from the bees. They don't seem to be. They seem to be in a celebratory mood. So they're sort of just like flying around, very happy for you having won the race. Technically, they won the
love
race. I
my
guess. I don't know.
friends.
I'm gonna fluff Fred's feathers up.
My 200 push-ups, and now I'm gonna switch to squats.
Okay.
My God, he's got some tight muscles.
Yeah, he's just going for it. And with that, celebrating your victory in various ways, we're gonna say that's a wrap on Crestyl Run. Congratulations, everyone.
Woo! I'm sorry.
That was a lot of fun.
I'm sad, Fred. That
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Fred is losing. Is going to be sold.
It's okay.
But-
You can take Fred with you if you want
What?
to. Yeah, she sort of goes up to you and she says, I mean, they are all for sale. You all helped me out a lot today. Fred seems to really like you.
I'll give you this muffin for him.
She sort of looks at it and she says, you know what? I trust you. Fred's grown a connection to you.
Oh,
You can have him.
my thick boy. I love him. He's my
Boy.
son. He's my son now.
Yes, good. You've adopted Fred. Good job.
I'm very happy right now.
Yes. This is a one shot, but all of you would be getting the Crestyl Racer attribute. That's now an attribute that you can use, but this is a one shot. So
Oh,
if we ever play together in the future, that's the thing that you can do now.
Neat.
But- Yeah, that's a wrap. If we all would like to go around again, do final plugs, anything, whatever.
I
Where
will
can
go
people
last.
come find you?
You can find both myself, Anthony, and Casey at the Reroll Expectations Podcast at rerollexpectations.com or just on Twitter, the same tag as well. You can find my work at _RKDNC.
Nice.
Yeah, my personal is at Upstate X Mosquito. It is a Polar Bear Club band reference. Also, listen to Have Heart. It'll change your life.
Amazing.
I don't have any shameless plugs. My information's on the website or in the early stages of the podcast. And so if for whatever reason that's your thing to do, you'll find me.
And I guess my last little wrap is I am Deck. I work for Diamond Voiceover. And you can find us on Instagram at Diamond Voiceover, or you can find us on me personally on Twitter at Aiden Diamond T. T as in the letter T, because I can't type.
Fun. Yeah, you all know me. You know where to find me. It's great. Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me.
It was fantastic.
Thank you. It was
I enjoyed
fantastic.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yay.
thank you so much for creating this game. It was a lot of fun, and really appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, of course. We're happy to have you.